giving you an opportunity to get the full story from the people who tell it best. This is Mediacom News Leaders.
Hello everyone and welcome to Mediacom News Leaders. Thanks for watching. I'm Carol Kelly. Joining us today from the Marion Chamber of Commerce, we've got Mark Morgan, volunteer with the Chamber.
Good morning, Carol. Nice to see you.
How are you?
I'm just fabulous.
Tell us how you got involved in the Chamber.
The company that I co-own and work with has been a member of the Marion Business Community, for 50 years. And so when my partner Brad Nielsen and I purchased the company 30-something years ago, we wanted to step in and be part of the Chamber, the Business Committee, things like that. And that was me. So I was pleased to do it, and I've been very pleased to be a member of that committee and of the Chamber for decades. And I think they've been successful.
Let's dive in. Let's talk about what do you do as part of the committee?
Sure. Major thing I do is maybe bring my business or my community lens to the committee, because it's a committee. And so we have folks that have different types of businesses. As you can imagine, over the 180 years of our community, we've always had a commercial club or a chamber, things like that. And early on, they were almost certainly business people who were based around Marion Square. It's an old town. Yeah. And so when I came aboard, I probably wasn't the first one, but the reach of the Marion Business Committee and the Chamber was working its way outward. We're a construction-based and service-based company, so not a retail organization that you might think of first when you talk about the Marion Chamber or whatever. So anyway, I brought that, and other members have brought that type of a world view or a business view or a local view to the committee and say, okay, well, we can help with this, or we know this, and it's different than maybe what the downtown folks are doing, but we really, really work really well together, and it's a lot of fun to learn what is up with them too.
And you are part of the Special Events Committee.
Right.
And so tell us about that, special events. You're nearing the end of the summer right now. How has it been?
Well,
busy.
Yeah, busy. But that's it. When you live and work and play at the crossroads of the universe, which I like to call Marion, it needs to go, go, go. And so while there are others working together to make Marion a really awesome place to be, our committee is in charge of several things. We have the markets in June and July and August, which are a downtown farmers market, and we have face painting and music and all the cool stuff that you expect to find there. So bring your stuff, but I have to say, don't bring your dog, because Marion Square, when there's food vendors and things like that, is off limits to pets. We have the Uptown Get Down series of concerts on Thursday nights in August. And I'm pleased to say that was something that my company started doing in conjunction with the Chamber, and has now moved into one of the Platinum Partnership events. But nevertheless, that's fun. Of course, we also have a really big Uptown market during the Swamp Fox Festival, which is at the very end of September. So that's just our Uptown market sort of on steroids, which includes the parade and concludes at the end of the day with fireworks at Lau Park. And then at Christmas time, we have a Santa Claus house in Marion Square, and which is an Eagle Scout project, interestingly, from a Boy Scout troop that I also am a leader in. And so we put that up very late in November. And the first Friday of December, we have Santa come, and the kids line up around the park, and we have carriage rides, all kinds of interesting things. And we also have a chocolate walk that night where people go around and go to the different various businesses and on the square. My business is in South Marion, off a little ways down, so we don't have chocolate there. But it's a great opportunity for folks to, if they're not familiar with all the great stuff and the evolution of downtown Marion, gives them a chance to see it and meet people in the square. And it's December, so it could be really cold, but it's nevertheless a really great time for folks to get to know the community a little bit better and get to know each other a little bit better. And for people like me, who are business people and on the special events committee, it makes us feel really great to see people lined up around the whole square for 4 hours before Santa Claus, comes up there to see that it's being well received.
The park is packed, that's for sure, many times throughout the season. Tell us a little, let's circle back a little bit about Uptown Get Down.
Sure.
We've got a number of musical guests that are still yet to come this summer. Tell us about that and what people should expect.
Well, expect to work to park a little bit because
get there early.
We're a downtown, it's a downtown event, and we have lots and lots and lots of parking, but it's not necessarily always visible. Also, we don't set up bleachers, and so make sure you bring your beverage of choice if you'd like. We have Hy-Vee will be there doing their awesome job of vending food and drink and things like that all the time. Kettle House for sweets and Dairy Queen for more sweets. But if you need to bring a place to sit, we have, thanks to the Marion Parks Department, great picnic tables and things like that, but not enough for all the potentially 2,000 folks who will come to see our various bands during the course of the summer. So
lots of different kinds of bands.
Yeah.
So pretty much music for anybody, right?
Should be. The Dogs on Skis, we used to for years when it was still called Uptown Get Down, or excuse me, it was called Downtown Get Down at first. And of course, we had a little bit of change in culture there. But the Dogs on Skis are an Iowa Rock and Roll Hall of Fame group. They're going to be there, I think, our third week. The Flaming Camaros, I'm not sure I've heard them before, but they'll bring music that almost everybody can dance to and sing along with. Let's see, I might have to look at Lonesome Road. We've had them numerous times. They're a wonderful country group that always brings a great time. And then the Airwaves, which is a classic rock station, which I have to admit that classic rock now is later than me. I've really definitely the golden oldies stuff, but nevertheless, it's a lot of fun. It'll be a great time. So folks that haven't been to Uptown Get Down before might know that, or might remember that the stage moves. So some of our concerts, many of our concerts, the June and July series, is the stage is set up on the closed 11th Street. The stage is backed up to 7th Avenue. So the seating may be a little bit different. The vendors are a different group, but it'll be a great time. It always has been, and we'll always look for great weather and great times.
And that is free. We have to mention that.
Yeah, all the stuff that the committee puts on is free. That's one of the great things about most of the events in downtown Marion is that they come without a ticket or a wristband or anything else, and so it's a great time.
Talk to us about the Artway, because I think that's something unique to Marion.
Yeah, I think so too. The Artway is new, and it is north of 7th Avenue on the parallel Artway, or parallel alley between 7th and 8th Avenues, and between 7th and 8th Avenues, parallel and perpendicular. There has been some vignettes set up down there. We have a little concert stage back there. It's not very big, but it's a lot of fun if you've ever had the opportunity to be back there and watch them. Several of our entertainment venue, private entertainment venues, that is, bars and restaurants, back up to that, where they have created back doors where people can sit out there and watch. And of course, Artway is art. So we have some really, really awesome, from both local and a little bit farther away, artists who have come and installed their artwork back there. And it's awesome. It's fun. It's fun just to walk back there because it's lit up at night, and there are places that are permanent seating places that you can sit and hang out a little bit. But like I said, a couple of different bars and restaurants open up into it. So there is, and there's been a little relaxation of local policy as far as drinking back there. It's still contained,
yes,
but it's a little bit.
Well, we've talked about so much that is going on at all times of the year. Where can someone learn about all the events?
Well, if you go to the marioncc.org website, that really covers a ton of ground. And of course, the city of Marion has its own web addresses, and I don't know those off the top of my head, but it's not hard to Google City of Marion and come up with a whole bunch of stuff that you can never find your way to doing in one afternoon.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so
Thanks,
much
Carol.
for joining us.
You bet. It's been my pleasure too.
This has been Mediacom News Leaders.